Barcelona to just 3 points is going to be crazy this season. Barcelona wins all of their remaining games, they become the La Liga title winner. And Real Madrid are just with Borussia Mönchengladbach defeated RB Leipzig by a goal to nothing. Hoffenheim played a 1-0 draw with Augsburg. Holstein Kiel lost at home to Werder Bremen by 3 goals to nothing. Wolfsburg also lost at Wolfsburg to nothing. In the Italian Serie A, Como night the Italian Serie kickoff 12-15. Venezia also lost at home to Bologna. Bologna won their 17th game of the Italian Serie A season. Crazy season they are having. Lecce also and he said he's going to be there for 1 year. But look at what he's doing with AS Roma right now. They've won away from home to Lecce by a goal to nearly demolished 6-1 in favor of PSG. And AS Monaco also defeated Nice by Palace, continued their fantastic run.
The landlords of Chelsea.
I saw that comment. I this boy, I troublemaker. And of course, the other game, Nottingham Forest became the first team in the FA Cup history to win back-to-back games via penalties. And we'll talk about Nottingham Forest season also. They're pushing for the champions. Just 4 points adrift of Arsenal.
That's what they want.
Qualification seems to be well, not in the bag here, but I think Nottingham Forest are the only team that can give Man City a run for their money at Wembley. In the games that were decided on Saturday in all of the major leagues across Europe, let's quickly touch down Sunday. The Yellow Submarine Getafe, victory over Real Mallorca, and Real Betis defeated Sevilla by 2-1. Real Betis, I mean, they're in a form of their life. Anthony seems he's having a good time in Spain, and maybe, I mean, you look at the other Manchester United players that have left also. You look at Rash Napoli over the weekend. They defeated AC Milan 2-1. The quality of his performance crazy. Now there's David De Gea doing good in Fiorentina. There's Antonio also. Maybe it's the club or the manager. Well, I don't know in the German, but there's Liga. Freiburg lost at home to Union Berlin, and Borussia Dortmund defeated Mainz 05 by 3 from the Italian Serie A by defeated at Diego Armando Maradona in that one. Toulouse lost at home to Brest by 4-0. La Havre defeated Nantes by 2-0. And of course, the last game in the French League on for Sunday, Lille defeated Lens by 1, and Bournemouth lost at home as well to Manchester City. Those are the games that we go with host Las Palmas tonight at 8 p.m. And of course, the game between Hellas Verona and Parma in the Italian Serie A started, and it's still goalless in the first 45th minute of that game. Later tonight by major leagues across Europe for Monday. You have on radio. Let's quickly take some tennis story right now. Jakob Mensik, is hung to make him the second youngest winner of the ATP 1000 after, of course, the youngest kid on the block. Talking about, through this story real quick. Jakob Mensik hopes his Miami Open success will be the first of many after the teenage Czech completed arguably the hardest task for me. It feels great to have this trophy next to me, but it wasn't unseeded, and it went all the way, to winning the final by defeating Novak Djokovic. His first ATP 1000 as he denied the former world #1 his bid for a milestone 100th. He said the taste of success is amazing and he wants more. Mensik, who beat world #4 Taylor Fritz 2 years after he was ranked 390th player in the world. He also became the first Czech player to win the ATP 1000 ever since Tomáš Berdych prevailed in 2005 in Paris. Mensik plowed through the 24-time Grand Ones as Novak Djokovic was denied his 100th title and a record 7th win in play. I've seen him play since he was 15 or 16, and I've invited him. We had some training together. He was training at my boyhood club in Belgrade back then already, and 3-4 years ago that he's going to be one of the top players in the world. So I'm super glad that he's using the potential that he has, because he's got a complete improved a lot, and his movement for a tall guy like that is slight and moves where he can still improve, and I'm sure we will be seeing him more and more around. And Nick Kyrgios also, but the fact that he's only 19 is truly a special back with plenty of potentials, and things are to come good for him. So, I mean, imagine moving from 390th in the world to number 20 in just 2 years. That is what they call growth. And I look at the other stories. There's also Rory McIlroy in the story. The Masters is coming real quick, and Rory McIlroy is confused and is complaining that his injuries could affect his performance at Augusta.
Ask you say, wetin be the game where they totori you pass? You go tell them say na better know all the time. No go dull yourself, make you follow join for the ogbonge betting options, fast cash out, missions wey dey engaging, and get welcome bonus wey fit reach 200,000 naira. Better know, the game don't start. Make you dey bet responsibly. Now only for people wey don pass 18 years. Better know na proud partner of.
And my cold drink must be well frozen. Hey. Madam, how market now? Market care. See, no sales though. Customers are not even buying from me since morning because my goods are not high. Are you for real? Don't tell me you've not heard of Solar Energy 7 Cold Room made by Decola Nigeria Limited to make it easy for those of us selling frozen foods and drinks to enjoy unlimited power supply with the help of solar. Solar Energy 7 Cold Room will reduce the cost of our cold room by 40%, which means your goods will be 24/7 with flexible warranty. You better stand up and go straight to the Decola Nigeria Limited. They are in Abuja, Port Harcourt, and Lagos. Their head office is at number 1 to 3 Alade Close beside Adide Supermarket off Iji Road, Ifako, Ijayi, Lagos. 0907 660 0000.
Chai, this one with your body hot so. You don't do test? Yes, see result though. Oga landlord, no be your village people. Na malaria. You need Luta. Luta na better medicine. We dey knock down malaria. Oya see am. Take am. Thank you, Oga Luta. I don't dey kampe. Luta, brand of your doctor.
Everybody say thanks, Luta. Malaria's in big trouble.
If person ask you say, wetin be the game where they totori you pass? You go tell them say na better know all the time. No go dull yourself, make you follow join for the ogbonge betting options, fast cash out, missions wey dey engaging, and get welcome bonus wey fit reach 200,000 naira. Better know, the game don't start. Make you dey bet responsibly. Now only for people wey don pass 18 years. Better know na proud partner of Aston Villa.
I'm really fed up. The money for fuel and NEPA bill is choking. How do I even make profit from this? And my cold drink must be well frozen. Hey. Madam, how market now? Market care. See, no sales though. Customers are not even buying from me since morning because my boss selling frozen foods and drinks to enjoy unlimited power supply with the help of solar and NEPA bill palaver. The Solar Energy 7 Cold Room reduce spoilage and runs 24/7 with flexible warranty. You better stand up and go straight to the Decola Nigeria Limited. They are in Abuja, Port Harcourt, and Lagos. Their head office is at number 1 to 3 Alade Close beside Adide.
Person ask you say, wetin be the game where they totori you pass? You go tell them say na better know all the time. No go dull yourself, make you follow join for the ogbonge betting options, fast cash out, missions wey dey engaging, and na only for people wey don pass 18 years. Better know na proud partner of Aston Villa.
Chai, my head oh. Oga landlord, why you dey shake like ceiling fan? My village people don't come again oh. This one with your body hot so. You don't do test? Yeah, medicine. We dey knock down malaria. Oya see am. Take am. Thank you, Oga Luta. I don't dey kampe. Luta, brand of Artemata and Lumefantrine, is another quality product from Hovid, marketed by Pharmatex Nigeria Limited. If symptoms persist after 3 days, see your doctor.
Everybody say thanks, Luta. Malaria's in big trouble.
I'm really fed up. The money for fuel and NEPA bill is choking. How do I even make profit from this? And my cold drink must be well frozen. Hey. Madam, how market now? Market care. See, no sales though. Customers are not even buying from me since morning because my goods are not high and drinks to enjoy unlimited power supply with the help of solar. Solar Energy 7 Cold Room will reduce the cost of our cold room by 40%, which means your goods will be chilled and you will make more profits and overcome this generator and NEPA bill palaver. The Solar Energy 7 Cold Room reduce spoilage and Lagos. Their head office is at number 1 to 3 Alade Close beside Adide Supermarket off Iji Road, Ifako, Ijayi, Lagos. 0907 660 0000.
You're listening to Mainland 98.3 FM. The sound of Lagos.
Sport Cruise, 6 p.m. weekdays on 98.3 Mainland FM. Sport Cruise, 6 p.m.
Hush not, child, and don't cry.
Thank you very much. Welcome back to Sports Cruise live on Mainland 98.3 FM. We have to run you through some of the two already this season. And everyone knows that if you remove football from everybody's sports, my addiction is certainly on Formula One. And I will tell you about that. But I'll tell you that one of the most technically gifted drivers, the Ellsberg and all of that, I will tell you for a fact that Lewis Hamilton remains top of those. Maybe sometime in the week we'll have that conversation. Who is better, the car or the driver? We'll talk about all of that. I've seen great drivers, have messed up races because of cars, decision, pit stop calls, super soft time. Some crazy cars make ordinary drivers in quotes look exceptional. I'll tell you for a fact, the season 2016 when Nico Rosberg won the F1 in Mercedes, a lot of people knew the actions as well. We've seen also cars, going to collaboration with other engine manufacturers, helping them to sort some of those things out and all of that. So let's see how it goes for Yᴏᴜᴜ of Japan. So the question everybody is asking is this: is this seat 2 cost in regularly admitted as the hardest seat in F1, being teammate to Max Verstappen after takes over from round 3 this weekend for what coincidentally or not happens to be his home Grand Prix, which is the Japanese Grand Prix in Suzuka. For Tsunoda, the Red Bull, and for all the shock and criticism that are accompanying their brutal drivers week so soon in the campaign, the Suzuka weekend will give them the first chance to start to find out. Well, this is F1 again. We've seen 2 already this season. Even Lewis Hamilton came out to say that also in China the last time out. We also saw some really crazy race in there. But for Red Bull, it's been a season of maybe reality checks, especially when you look at the last and all of that. On Lewis Hamilton, remember that incident. But the last 3 seems to be zero competition. Max Verstappen had a pretty sweet ride at winning the title. Time they played at the Rio de Janeiro Grand Prix. It looks like the season now could be a bit different. What exactly do you think season?
Well, first of all, in the last 6 years, I think the supporting driver for Red Bull has really been one of the issues, really. Because, you take a look at Sergio Perez, as the supporting driver for Max Verstappen when it comes to the constructors table. And just like what you said, as well, a lot of people considered being the supporting driver to Max Verstappen as one of the most difficult jobs as well in F1, because obviously, just like we said as well, there's Verstappen's demands, because obviously it just looks like Max Verstappen is only the driver that can get to now go for Yuki Tsunoda ahead of Liam Lawson, was what they should have also done even before the season began. Now my issue is that why would you have to bring in a Liam line after Sergio Perez? So, and I think they've also gotten this coming weekend rather. Max Verstappen, if he eventually wins this challenge, so you also want to consider the fact that Lewis Hamilton as well, his marriage with Ferrari could also try to also bring another driver's championship, because it's going to make it 7 times as well for him.
Let's see how it goes for Red Bull. It seems they are struggling enough to get some of these things done. Remember, in 2023, for the Drivers' Championship, they won 8 in 2010, 2011, 2012, 2013. That was an era of uncheckable dominance. In 2021, in 2020, 283 podium finishes. Let's see if they will be able to add up to that in Japan this weekend. I'm really looking forward to the race, though. For Yuki, it's an opportunity to 2 things. First, is baptism on that hot seat. And secondly, it's going to be racing. He deserves to be at that seat. But hey, how much can you deserve to be in a second driver to arguably one of the most erratic driver in this. Boy, oh boy, from turn 1, it was causing chaos upon chaos.
Even last week, last
season in Rio de Janeiro in Brazil.
Sérgio Perez is still
It will push you off our season. Augusta's National, despite being strong to finish the Austin Open, where Rory is started 5th in Houston as Scotty Scheffler ended runner-up to Min Woo Lee. Of course, Rory admits that he stuff to work on ahead of the Masters as he's reviewed 14 in his final PGA Tour event ahead of the Masters. Where man takes a tied finish into the opening major of the year, and he's going to put all of his on the line for himself to make sure that he picks up something at the Masters. Is, of course, like we heard, is pushing to be the second to complete the could get those things sorted once his injuries fears are over. Spot on the show, we touched the world of golf, F1, tennis, and now let's quickly talk about football. And of course, I'm sure this is going to be competition in the world returns, and it's going to be some amazing fixtures. There are also some really super spicy fixtures, but don't worry, we'll keep your head to return for Arsenal after 3 months with an hamstring tear. The English international's injury was a huge blow to the Gunners' title hopes. His comeback could impact Ethan Nwaneri, Martin Odegaard. Injuries, he remains their leading provider of goals and assists this season. His combined total of 22 goals in 24 appearances in all competitions before his hamstring tear in that 5-1 victory over Crystal Palace of the campaign. Saka was posting the best numbers of his career. You look at the growth of Bukayo Saka since when he made that debut in the Europa League gone over the years, and not just for Arsenal, even for the English national team. The penalty miss, the Heroes' leadership role, he scored 92% of his penalties after that particular miss for England. Now he takes it for both England and Arsenal, and he does so well. He's coming back, and the aura around how vital is the timing of his return for if Arsenal at all has any tiniest hope of catching Liverpool, or more importantly, eliminating Real Madrid.
But I mean, the Premier League running is already here. The first we'll be seeing.
If you can't start the heat, get out of the kitchen. I'm looking forward to the run, my friend.
Actually, you take a look at Arsenal's performances with and without Bukayo Saka. I think Arsenal really struggled without Bukayo. Mentioned this as well last week. I think Friday or so. That for the very first time, I think this season they'll be having their first choice right hand side.
Saka, Martinelli, Ben White, combined. The three of them. That's Ben White, Bukayo Saka, Martin Odegaard had provided a combined 64 coming from the right wings.
Side, exactly, because their most creative midfielder, which is Martin Odegaard, White, exactly.
Both of them would
their numbers as well. Ben White, a defensive right back.
Ben White got 9 goals in the competition last season. He scored 2 against Chelsea in that 5-0 victory.
That brings
injured for Norway, coming back, he struggled to get back into the form.
This is the perfect time the three of them have to eat top form, because obviously they will be beginning at the Premier League running tomorrow, and that's also going to be against Fulham, and then next week as well the very important crunch clash against Real Madrid as well. And I think that if both three also hit top form, that Arsenal are well on their way to maybe getting to the latter stage of the UEFA Champions League appointment.
Director, it was unveiled earlier yesterday at 12 years at Atletico Madrid. Yeah. I mean, a lot of people, gave him credit for some of the massive signings they've had. The 2 Spanish La Liga title they've won. But a lot of people also forget that they've lost 4 semi-finals of the Champions League. They've lost.
His own job is off the pitch.
It's to direct off the pitch.
Okay. It's not the Diego Simeone.
When is the negative analysis is not his concern. But when is trophy combination is his concern. Okay, stretch to see if they can catch Liverpool. Because sometimes the international break can bring up a lot of twists and turns. You don't know the form your players are. Who they fight for it. If Arsenal wins the London derby tomorrow against Fulham at the Emirates Stadium, it takes them a 9 points closer to Liverpool.
Okay. Look at the table. They are closer to Aston Villa.
I thought the education you did. This is a nice school you went to. 55.
Okay.
58.
That's 13 points.
Batomi Oti Dagba. 58. It was just 1 point, but Arsenal won that game.
It was against Arsenal as well.
It's at the Craven Cottage in FA Cup to Crystal Palace. Exactly. 8 points, they move into the top 6.
They are 3 points away from Manchester City.
Exactly.
They win this one and they go 5th.
Yeah.
It's a difficult one. Fulham needs to win, increase to 5 places. So I mean, it's a whole lot of fight also going in the background. And so obviously, it's also going to be very, very difficult because imagine if Nottingham Forest scores first against Manchester United, and then Arsenal at the moment are still playing a goalless draw. Now you now can imagine the amount of pressure that will be on Arsenal, and then that would also for
Chile. But let's talk about women's football. For Chelsea, I mean, it looks like a 6. I've said if Chelsea
imagine Nottingham Forest scores first.
It doesn't make if they make a Champions League qualification this season is the biggest thing for them. Run over the weekend, boy oh boy, the entire city was painted in glory.
That is a small club mentality, and it shows a club that has been starved of trophies for over how many years?
You say that, my friend. Well, let's have to go, but they are really being frustrated with the results that they have. For Chelsea, they've dropped only 1 point in the WSL all season. The Blues now head into April's international break, having failed to win 2 of their last 4 games. With a 2-0 draw at home to West Ham on Sunday, once they come back on Thursday, Sᴘᴏʀᴛ Martinez, 91st minute equalizer, denied the Blues a win that will have established their 8-point lead at the top of the WSL table. Though they remain in an excellent position, Lawrence improvised header and Micah Hamano's sweetheart volley giving them United now at the Crystal Palace by 4-1 over the weekend. But Chelsea, how close are they to the championship? 4 games to go, 6 points ahead of Arsenal. Arsenal feels if they sleep, they want to capitalize on that. Chelsea will
play Manchester
They also
United
still play Manchester United.
That's going to be next week, next week Sunday. So, okay, I mean, I think just 6 points as well between both of them, Arsenal as well as Chelsea. Chelsea
and Manchester United
this season. So I mean, that's why I'm not even including them into that conversation.
It seems the Chelsea women are a total contrast to the boys.
Exactly.
I'm surprised by the way that the Champions League, Chelsea lost the first leg by 2-0 against Man City. And we're celebrating that thing. I'm like, wait, hold up. So you guys watch your women play.
If the men are not did 6 consecutive times, they'll be doing it. I think they've been very, very, very good as far as the WSL is also concerned. But Arsenal also has a chance. I think Chelsea would also drop more points because I think there are also 4 games as well to the end of the season. And obviously, I don't think Chelsea would also try to nick it in before the end of the season.
Well, let's see how it goes. For their game against Manchester United is going to be a massive, massive game. I've got the semi-finalists all out and set to go. Nottingham Forest hosting Manchester City, and Crystal Palace hosting Aston Villa. I mean, it's a massive, massive weekend for Manchester City. So let me put this on you real quick. I watched Pep Guardiola's interview, build up to that game, and was talking about the fact that if they win the FA Cup, goes now in all competition for Manchester City. Haaland is still doing his job.
30th goal of the season.
30 goals of the season already, despite how messed up the team is. I mean, a lot of people are saying that Kevin De Bruyne's era is gone. A good one also should be moved on. A lot of players should probably biggest of all the 4 teams left. They've got Nottingham Forest. There's also Aston Villa and Crystal Palace. If Man City wins the FA Cup, what's on the show today?
Good evening.
Good evening.
It's been a while.
I've been good to have you join us. How you doing?
I'm fine.
Okay.
United are improving on paper, on results. From 13 to 5th. How many point difference?
You are not in 5th. You are in 13th. Leave what is happening between 12th and 6th.
No. I'm just saying points. Maybe there is hope for United. That's what I'm asking. How many points?
Don't worry.
Between 13th and 5th.
Man City.
Is it impossible? Is it impossible?
I mean, nothing is impossible. If Arsenal thinks they can catch Liverpool, why not?
If you can recall last year, and I'll end with this. If you can recall last year, United Man City FA Cup final.
I mean, finals can be one off, but I appreciate you. Thank you. I mean, I love your optimism, though. Don't say that, though. So, I mean, back to what we're saying. How much of a season would this be for Man City if, despite all of the chaotic season they've had, playoffs, and they still couldn't get through, if they win the FA Cup? and Arsenal qualifies for the Champions League.
I think this is going to be the very, very first time they will not be winning either the Premier League or the Champions League ever since the year 2016, 2017. That was when Pep Guardiola, became the manager, and he also ended that trophy as well. That season trophyless. But this is also the very, very first time Man City are finding themselves trying to do is just to put the paper over the cracks at this point in time. The likes of Erling Haaland obviously doing his job by scoring the goals. He scored his 30th goal of the season.
Let's talk to Tunde. We have a caller. Hello, good evening. Welcome to Sports Cruise.
Hello, good evening. My name is Aďe Cʀᴜɪsᴜ.
You're welcome. Send your number across.
Yes, I send it.
Okay. Don't worry. You know when we say we'd always deliver, it will get across to you. Is that all?
Yeah.
We lost that call. Put the call through next. 0913-600-410. Hello, good evening.
Hello, Baba, good evening.
You're welcome.
Good evening.
Good evening, Baba. How you doing now?
I like fried rice from Suli.
You like fried rice?
Yes, that's my name. I like fried rice. Oh boy, that person gas no go on. I don't receive my clothing for Friday.
Okay. Sharp. I understand where you're coming from now. No wonder you gave that long introduction. Fried rice.
It's fried rice. I like fried rice.
I like fried rice. Okay, 0913 the title, same way they did for Man City in the last 2 seasons. Always push and push.
Wait. Is that
that's a message?
Is that giving Arsenal fans
titles to lose? Yeah. Although after international break can be very tricky. I thank you guys. So was that by Goose were playing? There were games. The day they were playing, there were games. The day they are not playing. The same Friday.
Free week.
Commercy. Okay. Good evening, guys. Well done for the job you guys are doing. I think Chelsea will go to the final and lose to Barcelona in the Champions League. Okay. Thank you very much. That is Olaoluwa from Ijayi side. In the history of the is expected at the Emirates Stadium. The return 182 attendance at the stadium. That was some crazy Arsenal and Tottenham will play in Hong Kong during the preseason, and that will be the first
beating Real Madrid next week.
I mean,
because I know you.
The worst thing that can happen to a man is not to the Real Madrid and Arsenal.
I know where your heart is, Okwemi.
You don't know.
I know where your heart is.
Because I'll use one hand to collect from it, use the other hand to collect from it.
Imagine Arsenal scoring. How will you celebrate?
I will not celebrate.
Real Madrid to score.
Anybody score, I'm celebrating. Anybody scores on that, I'm celebrating. It's a win-win for me. One thing is sure, and I've said it. Whatever team qualifies from those two wins the championship. Very much to everyone that have been a part of the production today. Big shout out once again to Arsenal fans for the return of Bukayo Saka. All the teams first start since the 5-1 6 to 7 p.m. every Monday. And you gracious ycz and every other program
and
continues
big shout
after
out as
them.
well to the big fish.
All right, stay